Oh wait, hold on. I don't lost you in the damn thing. All right, here we go. Now we can get the crowd popping. What up?
We
What
in
up? What
y'all.
up?
Oh. There we go.
Oh, we in here, young. I see young Flux in the building. Young Quintendo Power is in the building. Quintendo, man, I appreciate you. Quintendo always showing love.
Oh, yeah.
Always participating. Always
Good
hyping
peoples,
stuff up.
man. Good peoples, man. Good peoples.
Welcome to another episode of Unquantized Podcast. It is another Friday. Let's get straight into the theme song because it's a lot to talk about today. Let's
Yes,
do it.
sir.
Now watching the Unquantized Podcast. Tune on Instagram and YouTube to build with the producer community. Live on Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Lego.
What up, pimp?
Oh, I'm about to put a Penaroonie in there for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hanzu said we on time. We right on the dot with the time for the first time.
Listen, it only takes until the 8th month of the year to really step it up. Almost the 9th month of the year
For us to walk downstairs and go to our respective basements.
You know what it was? Both our clocks were about 10, 15 minutes slow.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's what it is. Did you make the pin?
Oh, yeah, it should be in there.
I see it.
See, I see Triz living in a green world. Yes, sir. Green screen shawty. I've been steadily updating my streaming setup. It's always been like a little issue that I run into. But I ordered some new routers for downstairs.
Facts.
Get the internet, super strong. Got all the stuff. So eventually the streaming setup's gonna be all the way at 100 soon, hopefully.
Dang, nice. Baka from Cali is in here, man.
Hey, young Smoking Aces, what up, bro?
Smoking is another one. We're gonna talk about him a little bit later too. You know what I'm saying? High five from Sacramento. What up, bro? What up? So listen, man, how was your week,
bro? 2020 is kicking my ass, bro. I want to be so productive, bro, but I ain't gonna front. I've been lazy, dog. Like I've been just not wanting to do anything. I'm doing the bare minimum to get by, and then I'm just like, all right, cool, time to chill.
Nice.
Yeah,
hey, man.
A lot of bike riding. I moved. I had to move to Airbnb yesterday, so that was like a process this week. And then I got a call for some records. So I had to go do that. But it's like if I'm not getting a call about records, I'm not making them. I probably should. I need to be more on it. I've been doing like the bare minimum with the website stuff, customer service stuff, check on everything. All right, I'm out.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
It's the time, man.
I feel you. Yeah, hey, listen, man. It's the 2020. Blame everything on 2020.
Yeah, it's the one time you can.
Facts.
What about you?
Man, let me tell you. R.I.P. to the KRK.
Damn,
listen, bro.
Homie.
My KRK, Lefty as I call him, my KRK homie died. I don't know if he died in the middle of the night or if he died this morning. I went to go turn it on to check out some new music. No light, bro. No light. So I went, changed the fuse. In case you all do not know, your monitors most likely come with a spare fuse located up under the power socket on the back. Didn't make a difference to me. Switched them out. Didn't work. Used the other spare fuse from the other monitor to see if that worked. Nope. No, nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sad. But those KRKs, bruh, I've been using them KRKs for about 13 years.
I told Oracle, I said, them joints about 112 and speaker years.
112. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, them joints were old, so I can't really complain. I was mad as hell, though. But there's some silver linings to it because I looked at myself this morning. I was like, yo, you're doing a hell of a complaint. Number one, these are first world problems. You know what I'm saying? If your monitor went out, man, it's people that ain't ate in a week. So first world problems, bad monitor. And I was able to just order some new monitors off the rip. So I was thankful.
Ooh.
You know, it was a time in my life where I would have been out the game. I don't know what I would have done to get some, to try to get some money for some new monitors. So I was able to just order them off the rip. And other silver lining, got a recommendation of what to get from Young Realistic. Ooh. So it was a good choice. Good choice.
Interested in knowing what those are.
I'm trying to think. Do I want to just be content man and like, oh, I'll let you guys know when I get them and I show them, or should I just say what it is right now? Let us know in the chat.
Or you can do both. I'm not mad at both.
So the inquiring minds want to know. Let's see what some folks say. Let's see.
Yeah, Classic, what up, bro?
Classic, what's good, bro?
Sandman Griffin, what up, bro?
Yeah. But yeah, man, I had a ton of sound design to do this weekend, and I still do. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm about to be Headphone Jones, bro, and I hate headphones.
Busy said content, man.
Yeah, content man. Nah, people like, yo, tell us what it is.
Content man.
Damn your
man.
unboxing video. So I'll let y'all know. I ordered the PreSonus what is it? Iris E8. The E8 XT.
Hold on, I'm looking them joints up.
Yeah. Check them out. So they came highly recommended from Young Realistic. And another part of the silver lining is those are the monitors that he is currently using. And since we collab on a lot of stuff, projects, he's also my engineer and all that type of stuff. When we send mixes and stuff back and forth, minus the room differences, we're hearing them kind of equally to a point.
That makes sense.
So that's really dope. Mm-hmm. And I was able to get the pair for $519.
Sounds like a vibe. Yeah, not mad at that at all.
Yeah. Apparently, they sound just as good, or if not better, than speakers that cost 2 or 3 times the same amount. So,
I ain't gonna front. I love the JBLs, but I've been seeing everybody getting these boxes of Adams on the. Hey, Adams, holla at your boy. I ain't gonna front. When I was a Doppler, them Adams, I love those speakers, bro. Like, I really love those Adams. So I'm not mad. I want to hear the ones you got there. I got to check them out. I never really got to play on them.
So what Adams people getting? The AT, was it the ATV 5s or whatever they are?
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of people post them up with them, and they sent Jay Black like a crazy box.
Yeah. What I read, though, or what I saw right before we got on a YouTube joint, is a comparison between the two, and people are like, yo, the PreSonus joints crushing the Adams.
Damn.
I've never had either, so I'll get the PreSonus joints Sunday or Monday. Knowing how things come, they'll probably be in 2 separate boxes, so I'll get one Sunday and one Monday, which is going to suck. But I'll let y'all know, man. Let's see. Flux says, low-key, the hookup is to email sales@chucklevins.com and ask for a deal. They often will cut deals that aren't advertised. Well, thank you, Flux. Appreciate you, bro.
Good to know.
Yes, sir. I already ordered mine, but that's going to come in handy for somebody in this chat. I already know. All the Iris, I don't know how to say that. I'll say Iris. All the Iris series are great in my opinion. I use the 4.5 sometimes. That's what's up. Thanks, Classic.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Man.
Have you ever used one of those like mono cubes?
Nah.
I always go back and forth about getting one, because then I just feel like I'm just buying stuff just to be buying it. It's like, I know I don't need it, but
American
yeah,
shit.
it's just kind of like, that does look cool though. I do want to hear my stuff in mono.
That's a fact. Tay with the heat. What up? She said we got a blog dropping on the best budget-friendly monitors soon. That is awesome. Let me tell you real quick. So when my monitors went out, the first thing I do, and shout out to soundoracle.net, the first thing I do when something goes wrong is I actually check my own site for the fix, because there's so many blogs and things. I just knew we had a budget-friendly monitor blog for 2020, and we don't. We got one for 2018, and so Realistic actually sent me a blog. He sent me the recommendations in a blog that was already done that we just never put out yet. And I asked him why I wasn't out. He gave me a legit reason, but we'll be putting one out soon. But until then, man, check out Tay with the heat, man. Got that blog popping.
Flux says that's why the mono button is on your interface. That is very true.
Look at them. Look at them.
They look so cool. I ain't gonna front. that's the whole thing. I'm like, damn, those shits look cool.
Just want to get one, huh?
Yeah, it's one of those.
Damn. Fingerprints Productions. What up? See you in here. So listen, man. Let's get into new music, shall we?
Oh.
All right.
This one's gonna hurt. Are you going to where I think you're going first?
I'm going. No.
Okay.
I'm probably not. So in the unquantized group chat today, I saw a few people like, "Yo, I hope Oracle's ready to talk about the Nas album." I actually am. I'm actually ready today. For those that watch the show, I don't slander Nas' name. He's still a god MC to me, but I've been a little critical of his last 10 attempts. Let's say that.
His career.
Yeah. I've been skeptical of everything since Illmatic, though.
No, that's real.
Man, I got to shout out to Hit Boy first. Well, did you hear the album?
I skimmed through it. I didn't get like a sit down, but I gave each track a little listen.
Okay. First of all, if you all heard the Nas album, spam the hearts in the chat. I just want to see how many people in here actually heard the album. But while I'm waiting for those million hearts or no hearts to come in, shout out to Hit Boy, man. Hit Boy has yet to disappoint me.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Wait, sir, I sent shade in your comments. There's some shade in your voice. What you talking about?
That is the best. It's the best produced Nas album that I've heard in a long time.
Okay,
that's my positive.
Damn, man,
that's my positive. Now, if we talk about Nas,
all right.
Okay, here. Let me know when I should go in. Let me know when I should say my one gripe about the Nas.
The floor is yours, sir.
So my biggest gripe with the Nas thing is everything starts feeling the same because he doesn't change his tone at all. He raps pretty much the same on every song. So by the time I'm in like track 6, I'm like, yeah, I feel like I've heard this record already because it's the same cadence, it's the same tone. And I get it. It's like a big difference between like how it's a broad jump, but like Future, for example, when you listen to a Future song, his tone is going to be 5 different things. He's got 5 different tones he goes to. Even if you think about Jay-Z got different tones. Like Kendrick is famous for it. They have different tones. To me, Nas is just like, and that's what messes me up. That's why I can't sit there and listen to it.
So you're saying Nas hit the mono button that Flux was talking about? He's hit the monotone button?
Yeah, anything. He just sounds like he's bored through the whole album. Like he just like, I'm not interested in this. It's produced well. The production is done very well. Like I didn't know I would want to hear Nas on like 808 type beats and stuff like that, but they did it well. They did it tastefully. Like it's very like the way they did it was very good. It wasn't too like trappy. It was like perfect amount of sample chords and good drums. It's just the Nas tone thing for me. I just couldn't get past it.
Got you. It's funny that you say that it sounds like the same song once you get to a certain point. I heard the same take from somebody earlier today, but it was for the opposite reason that you stated. You're saying it sounds like the same song because Nas is monotone on every song. They were saying it sounds like the same song on the whole album because all the music sounded the same. I don't know if I agree that it sounds like one long song, but I do see both points from both of you guys' viewpoints too, because the music, it did all sound the same, but I want to say that was Hit Boy providing a sound for the album, and he did that. He achieved that way better than the album that Kanye did. But we're not really here to talk about that. Y'all know how I feel about that and how we both feel about that.
Yeah, that was terrible.
But from what you're saying with Nas being monotone, dog, I'm gonna have to agree. But this album I was able to listen to, unlike the Kanye produced album.
I couldn't even get through that one.
Slim, it was a tough. I ain't gonna lie, it was tough shit to listen to that album.
Yeah,
it was very tough. That one. This one, I listened to it. I got through it. I rather enjoyed it. It was a good album. I will say this, and I don't have any Nas slander. Nas even gave. If you can listen to him for the whole album, he's saying some cool stuff, but you really gotta listen. He gave you some dietary tips in there. Gave you some business tips in there. It's kind of like a 444 type of listen. You really got to get in there and listen to it. But I thought it was a good album overall. Out of 5, I give it a 3.5, to be honest with you. And the reason why it's ranked lower than a 3.54, well, No, that's not the reason why. But I rank it at a 3 because despite the fact that I thought the album was good, I don't know how much replay value is going to have for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see myself listening to it past this week. But damn it, I got to hit an air horn for Nas and Hit Boy. Nas put out a cool album. I'm not mad.
Yeah,
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad at it. It's just one. And I had the same gripe with J. Cole on one of those albums that it felt the same. Same gripe with Brandy on one of those albums that it just everything start feeling the same because everything's the same tempo, everything's the same. And then if you rapping on the same voice on everything, it just starts becoming like it's so repetitive. You know what I mean?
You got a good point, bro. Like you got a real good point. I can't even front.
Yeah,
I can't even front.
And I'm gonna keep it so y'all don't think we're just Nas haters. I'll speak for myself. I hate this Pharrell and Jay-Z record.
Wait,
and
let's not go. Wait, wait.
My bad.
Wait, hold on.
My bad.
I didn't put the vest on. I know he's gonna start shooting already.
Bad.
God damn. All right, hold on. Let's see what people are saying real quick. Damn, man, just a shot. He shot the whole thing.
Man, pow.
Sandman said, okay, well, Sandman went into the same damn thing. Man.
Said, don't feel bad smoking. Silk don't get the respect he deserves either. Are we talking about Silk the Shocker?
Bruh. Come on. Can we not talk? Can we not do that? Can we really not?
I gotta find what Smoking said.
Yeah, me too.
He said, y'all killing me with this shit, man. Hey, bro.
No.
Tell me
it was
not
good.
the same.
I'm not walking back what I said, but I will say this was a good album.
Out of all the albums that came out, to me, this is the best one in a long, long time.
Yes, it was a good album. Now, spam the hearts if you are actually going to listen to this album past August. Like, if you're really going to put it in again and listen to it past August, give me some hearts.
You know what I think it is? Is for me, is people put Nas in the greatest MC thing, and I'm comparing the album on that. I feel like if it wasn't
a fair comparison, it's a fair
I feel like
standard.
If it wasn't that like that hype on it, it's just like a basketball player. Like if you're saying like, oh, this person's the great, if LeBron, right? I'm a huge LeBron fan, but if people say LeBron is one of the biggest, greatest players ever, but if LeBron don't win, it's kind of like I can't be mad at you for not thinking he's one of the greatest. And that's kind of for me is like with the Nas thing. Like I understand skill set wise why people think he's so great, but the albums just for me it just don't translate well. It just to me I'm not into him, so it's hard for me to say he's one of the top when the albums don't. For me, I just can't relate to him like that, and that's where I have the disconnect with the Nas situation.
Bruh, I feel you on that on the basketball. Now, to me, it's like if you had a player that for their first season they put up 50 points a game every game, and then declined a bit every season after that. It's hard to put up to throw away but he scored 50 points a game for a whole season and then maybe averaged 25 the next season and then 20, 10, 15 and then it's like, oh man, he ain't making no shots last season.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but I mean, shout out to Nas, shout out to Hit Boy. I'm not here to kill it. Yeah. I'm here to actually say good job guys.
Yeah. I just know people think we both super Nas haters.
Yeah.
Just, a little critical. That's all.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Silk the Shock, I don't know what
I mean, I'm standing on my my morals with that one. If you go back and listen to Silk, even though he was a legend as far as the time, the time,
bro. No.
Right, it's crazy.
No. Original Blueface was never on my top list. But also, I feel like that it just wasn't for me. It was a super regional sound that happened to span everywhere. But at the time, you got to remember, at the time, like when it came to rap, like niggas was rapping for real, at least on beat. And that's what really threw me out. Before knowing the whole situation, because I wasn't really into it like that, I was like, this is somebody's brother or cousin or something like that. Because this person is not a rapper, nor do they want to be a rapper. I could just listen and be like, they don't really do this. Just somebody's like, listen, you're going to put out an album and you're going to put out an album and that's what it's going to be. And that's what Silk the Shocker sounded like to me. However, iconic. Everybody knew who he was, and he's part of an iconic a whole movement. So I can't be too mad at him, but never on my my go-to. Never hitting the Silk the Shocker when he passed me the Ox. Believe that.
Boy Wonder says Nas picked bad singles, album cuts be better. I'm not mad at that.
True.
I'm not mad at that.
That is true. Even the single for this it wasn't really a single. It was the first song they put out.
It was weird.
I was confused about why they put that one out. Even without hearing the rest of the album, I was like, I don't know why they chose to put that song out. But it was only like a day or two that we had to live with that, so it wasn't too bad. I
think it was because of the like they knew that Doja Cat line was going to get some press, which I get, but it's like, come on, man.
Yeah,
I'd rather hear that later and hear the jamming one.
Yeah.
You know, another compliment I will give, the features when I saw it was weird, like Don Toliver and Nas, but they pulled it off very well. They did it very tastefully to where it wasn't like such a culture shock of like they got the super new rappers with Nas. Like they did it. It was a good blend between.
I wasn't a huge fan of the Lil Durk collab, and you know, Nas is good in his own, and Lil Durk is definitely good in his own right. But together, hamburger flavored ice cream. It's some things I like that just don't necessarily go together.
It's like them steak flavored chips and all them random flavored chips.
You remember the crab flavored chips?
Oh,
the Old Bay Jones? Yeah.
Right, man.
You remember them Jones?
Bruh, come on, man. You know I'm from the DMV, cuz we know about that.
Eat so many of them joints and mouth be burning. Realistic, what up? I was just talking about how you gave me the dope recommendation for the monitors. Appreciate you again, bro.
Do you want to talk about the Joe Budden theory?
Wait, what was the Joe Budden theory?
It's related to the Nas.
Let's go.
So Joe Budden, I think it was this past week, he had a theory, and he's been saying it, that every time Nas drops, Jay-Z drops something.
Okay,
right?
Now that is how I wanted to get into.
Oh, my bad.
No. You hit the nail on the head right there. I think you're right, and Joe is right.
And I heard it, and I was like, huh, that's funny. It does seem about right. And then all of a sudden, I see all this promo for Pharrell and Jay-Z dropping the same day as Nas. I'm like, Joe was right. This is crazy,
bro. Okay, before we get into the song, ain't that many damn coincidences in the world, and I think Jay now takes the crown as the pettiest artist ever.
Oh yeah,
ever.
I'm like, bro, let it go.
Because there was a joke. There was a running joke amongst pretty much everybody. They're like, yo, Nas coming out, so that means Jay-Z coming out with something. Ha ha ha. That's pretty funny. Nah, it's real. The very next day, you sent me the joint. As a matter of fact, the very next day, Jay-Z and Pharrell coming out with a song. I was like, yo, bro, you got to get the hell out. I think Jay-Z just got a stack of songs somewhere. Just like in case Nas drops, pal.
You get an email, it's like, oh, Nas dropping. Oh, yeah. Go in the vault. Pull that
Yeah. Pull that out. So before we get into the song, again, Prentice says the Firm back together. It's great to hear. AZ still got skills. The Firm song was one of the better songs on the album to me. And I didn't know what to expect, but it was cool hearing the Firm. It's cool hearing AZ. It was cool hearing Fox. Not really a core Mega fan, but it was cool just hearing all of them together. It was cool, man. Ain't nobody heard Foxy in a minute.
Man, I was excited about that. That was the part where I was like, yeah, Foxy.
Yeah, Dale Nana.
The original WAP.
Yo. Okay, so now I'm gonna let you start this one off.
Bro, I saw Jay-Z and I saw Pharrell, and I was like, this is gonna be great. This is what I need.
Part 2, here we go.
Bro, I hear this record and I get it. Political climate, all this stuff going on. You want to, that's not I don't like that record at all. It's one of the ones where I would listen to it once and it's like, yo, I'm cool. This is not for me.
You don't like Go Black Man Go?
It's just one of those. We ain't heard them together in so long, and this is like, this is the one you give us. Like, this is the one. It just felt like it was like we just giving. It just felt like this is Nas is dropping, so we're gonna put something out. That's what it felt like to me.
It felt petty.
Yeah.
It felt kind of petty. Okay, so I'll say it was good to hear Jay. Everybody know I'm a Jay fan. Stan, call me what you want. It's always good to hear Jay because I actually want to listen to what he's saying. He gave you some bars, some good life motivation bars. But overall, the song, I was just like,
Yeah, bro. It was tough.
nah. And I was really looking forward to that. And for real, those are two people. They kind of can't do any wrong in my eyes, and they definitely can do no wrong together. But
They got close. They got close.
Hey man, listen. Sometimes your spike record don't land.
Yeah, it just felt like the intention wasn't there. It wasn't for the right. I don't know. It just that one didn't land for me. When I think of like Jay-Z and Pharrell, I think of like Change Clothes, Front. Like I think of these iconic songs. They're just like, yo, these are such a vibe. They're so different. And this one just, it wasn't it for me.
Nah, it wasn't. I was watching Curb Your Enthusiasm the other day, and Larry David opened up a Spite store, and I feel like this was Jay-Z opening up his newest Spite store. Just like, yeah, put it next to Nas' new store right there. We're gonna be Walgreens or CVS. Let's go.
Letter L said Spite Records is nasty.
Bruh, it is, man. It is.
Oh, shout out to Young Letter L. Got the exclusive merch.
Come on, man.
And he laced me up with some nice stickers and pins, which I will be wearing.
Woo!
You know what I mean? Appreciate it, my brother.
Oh, I gotta get mine. I gotta get mine now. I'm gonna have to go to Treasure Crib and steal his shirt.
Hey man, I ain't trying to be out here twinsies like we was with the Beats Music shirt.
Yeah, that was a dope shirt, but that was a bad moment in unquantized history right there. We showed up.
I gotta hit Oracle before I wear certain shirts. Like, all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we showed up at the that one event wearing like the blood and crip versions of the shoes. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was real.
Yeah. Letter L said, I was just waiting for Jay's verse, which was dope, but the song was mids. 100% accurate, sir. And when you say Jay-Z and Pharrell are putting out a song, that was misleading. It was Pharrell put out a song with Jay-Z on it.
Yeah. And
Jay-Z was on that song for a hot 15 seconds.
And y'all know I'm in the Pharrell fan club, I'm somewhere at the top. I'm in the meetings, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And this one it for me, man. I couldn't get there, man. It hurt my soul a little bit, but it's cool, you know. You can't make every shot, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah, hey, we both got a little let down today.
Yeah.
Damn. So this time did Nas save me from Jay-Z? Because last time Jay-Z saved me from Nas. The Carters saved me from Nas. Yeah. Did you see they dropped the sheet music? Nah, I didn't. I saw the video though.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, they put out a video. It was on Tidal, and it's a very Tidal-esque video where the video is not of them. It's of clips of things. And the video was nice. It was, a lot of Black excellence and Black history, had a lot of history facts in it. And I thought that was dope. I thought the video was actually dope. As a matter of fact, I'm going to watch it again on mute.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. I know Blue Magic, give it to me, Allure, and then a brick. That is very true. Quintino said, hit the side of the backboard joint.
No bullshit, right? You hit a nigga in the stands with that jump.
Bruh.
Wait, Samuel Griffin said, what if Jay convinced Pharrell to drop this song? He probably did.
Bruh, that joint it's tough.
Nas got a leak in his thing, though. Somebody leaking these release dates a little too early, man.
Right, yeah. He just got to do that Beyonce drop. Don't tell nothing.
Yeah.
Jay's still going to drop something.
Facts. Smoker said, yeah, I heard more about the video. Yeah. I was at 137, like, where's Jay-Z? 100%,
That's
bro.
real.
I was like, man, what do you... But, hey, what do you want, man? Once again, I'm on my first world problems shit. Every time I complain about something, I'm like, first world problems. My instant music delivery system from the greatest in the world isn't up to par today. I mean, who am I to complain? We got a Jay-Z song and we got a Nas album.
That's big facts.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, we not doing too bad, bro. We're not doing too bad.
So I have.
uh-huh.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. You sound you was about to get into it.
I have a offbeat, man. You know how we offbeat in the pocket. I have a offbeat.
Good, because I didn't have one. What's good?
My offbeat is the people who are upset about Travis Scott not writing every part of the record.
Bruh.
I'm so sick of it, bro. I don't understand why people don't realize that music is a collaborative thing. If 5 producers can work on one record, what makes you think that 5 rappers don't work on one record? What makes you think that none of your top artists aren't getting help to create these great records? You know what I mean? And I thought it was so, people were having such a fit when they heard Saha rapping on like some of the Astro World. And he's credited on the records. It's not like it was a secret. It's like, yo, he's literally on the records. Like, you can't be up. And that's why with the Drake thing, I was like, yo, why are people tripping about this? This is like normal. Like, I guess it's just not normal to everybody, but it's just such a weird thing of people having such a fit. Like, Travis didn't write this. It takes away from. I was like, no, it don't. It's still those records are still incredible.
You are absolutely right. And my thing is, people never heard of a songwriter, right? Like, we talk about songwriters all the time. You know, people that are famous songwriters. And then when you hear that somebody had a song written, you're like, how could this be? Bruh. First of all, y'all saw Kanye bought Saha. What was that Bentley truck a few years ago?
Oh yeah,
it ain't for nothing. It ain't because he thought Saha was a cool guy. Saha out here penning these hits. What are you talking about? And has been for years. For years. I need people to stop overreacting to very normalized things. Like it's a thing.
Especially with rap, like you gotta think rap is like pulling experiences and like being able to storytell. You gonna run out of stories. Like Usher's Confessions was about Jermaine Dupri. It wasn't even about Usher, and that was one of his biggest selling projects. You know what I'm saying? You need those stories, and you need other people's input to come in. You know what I mean? And it's just like, bro, people were so tripping about it. Like, okay, Boy Wonder says DMX didn't write some of his hooks. Bro, you would be surprised of how many of these top artists. It's common. It's like a thing. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't expect everybody to write everything.
Yeah. Beast Music says just go to show people don't read the credits. That is very true. I just don't know why people are super outraged about it, especially for people that are quote unquote like pop stars. Like once you get to a certain level and you get so big as an artist, you need help. You're not going to sit and just write a million things and produce a million things. Somebody is in there, man. So shout out to Saha. One of the greatest. I definitely want another Saha album. So I'll be waiting for that because Saha is nice. I don't know why he doesn't have more music of his own. Probably because he's too busy writing hits for people. But yeah, Saha is nice. So I can't wait.
And it's always those rappers that it's like, I feel like, I'm trying to think how I word it. Because like, I feel like Saha and Quentin Miller are very similar in ways.
Yeah.
Like their tones are different. It's not like the normal tone. You know what I mean? Yeah. They put out really good music and it's just like, it didn't catch the way, but when they write for other people, it works. Like it's incredible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a job, man. It's like, yo, if I'm putting together something and I wanted to affect the world, like, yo, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit Oracle, I'm gonna hit Diego, I'm gonna hit all my homies, and we gonna make something. I'm gonna get their input on it. So if I'm Travis and I gotta make 10 songs a day, I'm gonna get the best rappers around me, the best people with good insight, and then we gonna make these records. And I think people trip about hearing demos with other people on it and they just assume that they wrote the whole thing, but I know when I was writing super heavy and anytime I've been in writing sessions, sometimes they'd be like, yo, you get in the booth and you just cut what you're thinking because it's easier to just cut it and then get somebody to re-record it than to try to explain somebody like, oh, this is the pocket and do all this.
Facts. Yeah, just go off the reference.
Exactly. We would do this thing where like everybody would go in the booth and cut a version. So we wouldn't listen to each other's joint and then we would just go in the booth and then everybody do a takedown and then we like Frankenstein it together. Like, oh, this part you did is crazy. I'm gonna keep this part. This part you did is crazy. I'm gonna keep it. And then it's a record. And then you go back and fill in everything. So it's just like, bro, I thought it was so stupid, bro. Yeah. I was like annoyed about that whole thing. It's just like, come on, dog.
Yeah, bro. People straight tripping. And also you're on a team of great musicians, great writers, and great artists. You'd be crazy to sit there and be like, "Nah, I got it." No, the guy over there that can write hits and has been writing hits, and I don't need his help. Slim, yes, you do. We all should be as lucky as to have a Sahai or somebody on our side. Even if you are a great artist or a great writer yourself, man, versatility is key. And it takes time. It takes a lot of effort and shit off of your plate. So, that's very offbeat, man. Them people is super tripping. I didn't have an offbeat, but Beats Music, he brought up something that I just read about before the show. And he said his offbeat was Apple. And I'm going to have to agree because what I read was, somebody put a question in, what do you think about Apple wanting to take 30% of sales of beats from the BeatStars app?
Wait, I missed this completely.
Somebody just hit me with the question when I sent out the form for people to do the questions of the day. Somebody hit me with that. It might have been Beats. I don't know who it was, but that was the question.
Oh, so you mean in the App Store, if you use the BeatStars app, they want 30% of, So
okay.
Yeah, okay.
I think we're going the same, because for people that don't know, that is Apple's policy to a degree. Like, that's not the first time I heard about the 30%. Apple's the 30% thing. You put something on their shit, they're going to get that 30%. And that is why Fortnite got off of there.
Yeah, they're doing a whole legal thing right now.
Yeah, they've been trying to get off of that joint for years. They just had to figure out a way to circumvent the system and cut Apple out, which they successfully did. But yeah, that's not uncommon for Apple to take their 30%. So just know, if you're going to deal with Apple and deal in the App Store, then you might see that number slap you in the face a couple times.
So I see a lot of people saying like 30% is a lot. Here's the way I look at it though, right? Mm-hmm. So I got a homie that makes games and apps, and I helped him develop a bunch of stuff. And, I did the music for him. So I kind of understand how the app market works a little bit. I'm not like no expert, but like, let's make it in like a production related thing. If you could get your beats in front of millions of people, but somebody's going to take 30%, are you not going to take it? Bro. Because if you could go to Google and you could go to Android store, but you're missing a huge chunk of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Apple store is like, they're deboing. Don't get me wrong. They're like strong arming, but at the same
Amazon.
time, yeah, it's a cost to play the game. If you want to get in front of millions of people and then you're making money off of it, they're gonna have to take something. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at it, but I get why people are upset, because 30% is a lot, but that's crazy though. Like, I had no idea. I hadn't heard of this. I hadn't seen anybody bring it up.
Yeah, I just heard of it. And as a musician, and I don't sell beats, but as somebody in that community of people that does sell beats, I see the 30%. You're like, God damn, not 30%. But knowing Apple and their policy, I'm like, yeah, it's par for the course. You know what I mean? So, it's kind of like, it's not like they were just out to get BeatStars. Like, that's their shit. So if you're gonna play on that field, then I guess you got to do it. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure BeatStars was aware of it going in, and I don't know their take on it or how they feel about it. I would actually like to ask Mike from BeatStars how he feels about it. But I mean, it's par for the course from what I know.
Now, did they take are they okay? So when you sell on BeatStars, is it BeatStars that's taking the hit for the transaction, or is it the actual person selling the beat?
That is a damn good question. Letter L said Abe posted about it today. Letter L, what did he say? Yeah.
Because like with Fortnite, I know the issue with Fortnite was they built their own transaction thing to bypass the Apple one. So that's what their whole lawsuit and all that stuff was, is that they were using the App Store and then they were finessing the payments. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Smoking says 30 of all beat sales, but when you say 30% of all beat sales, is that coming from? Yeah, is it the actual producers who got their beats on BeatStars, or is it BeatStars? Is it 30% of their profit from? You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. If I sold a lease for, let's say, $100 to keep it round, do I get $100 or do I get $70? You know,
or is it BeatStars, the money that they make off of the transactions and all of that? Is it 30% of that?
We got to find out. We got to find out. See, Flux says Apple gets their cut no matter what, but they are currently being sued by the makers of Fortnite over it. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. I have to drive my customers to the website. That's a fact. That's a fact. Letter L. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy. So that is a little offbeat. But the person that is in violation, so to speak, that's just their standard policy.
Right.
So yeah, you know, if you walk in the Fight Club, don't be mad that you got into a fight.
So Letter L said it has to be us because BeatStars takes like $2 from 100. Where else would the money come from? Damn. Okay.
That's real. Yeah, I'd like to talk to somebody more about that.
Yeah, I definitely want to know more about that. That's crazy. I mean, I get it, but then it's like, damn, that's cold blooded.
Yeah, that's a fact. So yeah, that's the offbeat. I got it in the pocket. The in the pocket is salute to Kim Kardashian and Monica for their efforts in trying to free C Murder, man. Hold on, I gotta give it up for them, man. That's noble, man. Say what you want about Kim K.
That's a wild statement.
Yeah, she's out here trying to free people. And so C Murder's been locked up since August 14th, 2009. So this will be, yeah, bro. It was 10 years last year. You know what I mean? So and apparently, you know, if you saw the Master P doc and just what people are saying, you know, it wasn't his fault. You know, him or the guy, Mac in No Limit, who's also locked up. So I don't know if she's going to try to do something with that as well.
Yeah, that was a wild one too.
Yeah. His joint was wild. But Master P, he put out something, or he was warning Kim Kardashian and Monica about the Louisiana justice system and how tough that fight is really going to be for them. So, I mean, shout out to them. I'd like to see C Murder get free. I'd like to see anyone wrongly accused. Of course, C Murder or anybody else, man. And just shout out to those two ladies for really doing their thing, really stepping it up. And like I said, say what you want about Kim K, but she's out here doing some pretty cool stuff this year, man. So shout out to them, man.
Kanye was like, "Yeah, you cleared that down for blood on the leaves. I gotta return the favor."
That's a fact.
Young Crucial, what up, man?
Crucial, what's up, bro? But yeah, man. Kim K out here, she out here killing it, man. Is Kim K the new Kanye? Maybe.
Wow. Okay, this is an interesting topic. So Boy Wonder says, just a suggestion, surge of sales of Guitar Center and other music stores during the pandemic. I did not know it was a surge, but it makes sense though.
Yeah, I can see that. I called Guitar Center looking for two things over the last couple months, and they just didn't have any at all in the whole region. One of them was the MPC one that I tried to get a couple times through Guitar Center. And I forgot what the second thing was, but they didn't appear to have anything in stock. And I didn't know if it was problems due to shipping because of the COVID situation or a surge in consumption due to the COVID situation. So it turns out to be the latter. So that's good. I'd rather hear that they're selling out of stuff than they're not, just don't have anything in stock. So
yeah, I think it's like kind of like how bikes were, right? So like I was trying to buy a bike for the longest. I couldn't get one. And the issues was everybody started buying them because they wanted to get out the house. And then two, the building, because a lot of people got this stuff from China. So that 2-3 months where China was like shut down, it put everything behind. So that really messed up. The demand is OD crazy. And then the supply is like OD low. So I feel like it's probably one of those situations with Guitar Center. But I'm glad because I feel like Guitar Center, Sam Ash, like I don't understand how Sam Ash is still in business.
Me either. Oh my God.
Bro, Sam Ash is never the first place I go. It's always like Guitar Center don't got it. All right, let me go down the street.
Sam Ash is like Toys R Us also. That's what they are. Toys R Us 2. TOO.
Toys are them.
Toys are them, right? we got toys as well, Inc. Yeah, that's what they are, bro. Yeah, Sam Ash, shout out to them, man. I don't know. Money laundering.
It's kind of like was it Long John Silver's and all them? There's like, yo, if they survive the pandemic, they moving weight.
Yeah, Long John Silver's, I don't know how they still around. They must be popping in like rural areas that I don't know about or something.
You know, it's a whole like conspiracy about what's a mattress firm, about how they're like it's like
money laundering.
Yeah, that's what, bro. I've seen like several YouTube videos because if you think about it, you'll see 3 or 4 of them in the same area, bro, and they all be open. And it's like, who buying mattresses like that? It ain't something that people just be buying every day. You know what I mean?
And you hold on to mattresses for a long time.
And it's like, bro, how many do y'all got open? So, yeah, hey, man. Shout out to Guitar Center. Listen to Rick Ross. They in the back. Boos.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, so shout out to them. Oh, wait, I had one more in the pocket. The killers of Jam Master Jay have been caught.
I saw that.
It's been a long time coming. You know, and it's just good to see one of these things get solved. You know, we came up in an era of when rappers died. That was just it. Like, you ain't know. You just get a couple conspiracy docs. Yeah. Yeah. So they've been caught. It took a while. I wonder what took so long, but I'm not complaining. I'm just happy. I'm happy it happened.
Got done.
So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a sad situation. He was so great, man. I feel like, you know, we would look at him. I mean, we still do, but like if he was able to keep going, like how we look at like we still do, but like how Jazzy Jeff and all that, like his transitions, like his skill is just like crazy. And it's dope that his son is a DJ.
Yeah.
His son is fire, bro. Like he's cold, bro. So I like to see that, you know, he's keeping up the legacy. And I'm glad that they finally figured it out. Because it was always like a big mystery of like nobody knew what happened.
Yeah.
And wasn't like he was cool with him? Wasn't it like something that was close?
Yeah. Yeah. And people suspected, or people probably knew who it was. You know, the hood be knowing who it is. But yeah, it's always somebody close to you. And man, listen, this goes into my whole thing about I don't think it's really a big thing anymore, but that whole I never leave the hood because the hood raised me type deal. Man, get the fuck out of there.
Deuces.
Oh, bro.
It's dangerous.
Because sad things like this happen. I don't know if people I don't know what caused it, but I do know a lot of times, you know, it could be jealousy or just, you know, or you might have been into some unsavory things that you might have gotten out of if you would have moved. I don't know what the situation is, but I do know that 9 times out of 10, when I hear somebody did not leave the hood, it does not end
It's
well.
dangerous. Yeah, it's very... People don't know how to take it. People think you switching up, but it's like, yo, you're supposed to change. You're supposed to grow and be different. You know what I mean? It's like if you're doing the same things, and you know, people take it personal. So
yeah, you can't ride around eating and people are hungry. People just get jealous, man. I don't know, but I'm speculating. Don't know what it was, but man, I'm just happy they were caught.
Big facts. We'll see. Busy Works B says, do you have any guitar pedals for sound designing?
I don't personally, but I have bought effects pedals for other people. Like, you know, we did a big thing for Polo at one time. I ordered like all these different pedals and all this type of stuff. So I do know how great they can be, but I surprisingly don't have any personally.
Yeah, same here. I ain't gonna front, bro. I've been lazy. I'm trying to avoid outboard gear. I'm trying to do everything in the box if I can because it's so much easier.
You done with outboard gear, man. Don't
bro, I've had my experience with that. It's just too much keeping up with stuff for me, bro. I just like being able to, all right, cool, boom, 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 boom. All right, here we go.
Yeah. All right, cool. I ain't mad at it as someone who just bought some outboard gear.
Oh yeah, you're the king of it.
For no reason. I guess if you're watching on YouTube, you can see over my shoulder the young NPC1 over there. One of the questions that we got, and I'll make this as brief as possible, was, can you tell me your honest opinion of the NPC1? I will. I think it's dope just for what it is. I mean, it's an NPC. You love the sequencer. It's compact. It's easy to use. It got all the buttons and stuff that I need on it. I would say if you are not familiar with NPCs and you want to dive in, the one is a good one to get. The only gripe I have about it is that in something that small and compact, this would have been the ultimate NPC if they would have put a battery in it, like they did the Live and the Live 2. But it don't. You got to plug it up no matter where you at.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought it was cool though. I got some. How much time we got in this segment? All right, we got about 8 or 9 minutes. We're gonna get into some real questions in the second half. But, bro, I saw a interview with Turk yesterday.
Oh God, bro!
Did you see that joint?
Yes, dog.
Listen, for your weekend enjoyment, if you have not, just Google, get on YouTube, search Hot Boy Turk off the porch interview. Bro, my man told stories about how him and Lil Wayne caught STDs together, how he gave them to their baby mamas, all types of dog. He talked about a lot, bro. He talked about a lot.
I just feel like I don't know if you saw those girls that was talking about the Phoenix Suns.
Nah, I missed that.
These two girls was talking about how they slept with basically the whole basketball team on No Jumper. And I'm just like, why do people get on there and tell the stuff that they shouldn't tell on podcasts? What about podcasts make you feel so comfortable where you like, you know what I'm going to tell? The most embarrassing story I could possibly think of.
Yeah. If anybody want to get on here and tell the most embarrassing story they could think of, we're more than welcome you. We'll give you a whole segment on that. But yeah. But the Turk interview, for some reason, I actually wrote down 2 timestamps. That means it must have been 11:40 and 21:25. I don't remember what happens specifically at those 2 timestamps, but I actually wrote those down.
I gotta go back and check it out. I just saw the clips. I didn't watch the whole joint.
Yeah, it was an entertaining interview. And shout out to Turk, man, for getting off drugs. He was into drugs real heavy. Yeah, so shout out to Turk. And he had a whole bunch of nice things to say about Wayne. He uncovered a whole lot of stuff that he probably shouldn't have been talking about, but he definitely did. So shout out to him. And bonus note, that interview went off. You know how YouTube just serves you up. I saw another interview for Off the Porch by a young lady from Atlanta named Titty City. I'm not making this shit up, bro. I don't really have anything to say about her or anything. I just thought that that's one of the most interesting and fitting names I've ever seen in my life. So
wow,
yeah, exactly. So if you're into that triple M lifestyle, yeah,
I'm very now. I'm curious. I feel like if that's one of the things you type in Google, you're gonna get all kinds of wild stuff. You gotta type in music afterwards.
Bro, go to YouTube, do Titty City Off the Porch interview. I'm not responsible for what happens if you just jump on your computer and type Titty City.
Yeah,
just
you know how.
Good luck.
You know how in Google you gotta put the brackets in there to make it like force search something. Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man,
for sure. So yeah, man. But shout out to Turk and hell, man. Shout out to Titty City for most
Titty
creative
City.
name ever.
That sounds like one of those strip clubs that you should be nervous in.
Oh, in Titty City?
Yeah.
Bruh. Yeah, I'm
it
not.
It sounds like you gotta have a strap in the car when you go to Titty City.
Yeah. Titty City on a Tuesday night. Oh boy.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. They out there.
Oh boy. They got good wings though. Sound like they got real good wings.
Food is hitting. Oh, bro, I know this is a super side note. Did you see they about to close down Cheetah?
Nah.
Yeah, I think somebody bought it, man. That's a sad. Atlanta is
down the monuments,
bro. If you're not from Atlanta, Cheetah is a gentleman's club, but it's also like a 4 or 5 star restaurant. The food is immaculate. Well, I've had it once, but it's something about strip club food that freaks me out.
Yeah.
I just, feel like everything's gonna taste like baby oil. So I just, I don't do it, but it's like an Atlanta staple. You know what I mean? It's the Cheetah Club. You know what I mean? People go to business meetings in there. Like you'll see people in suits and briefcases in there having legit meetings at Cheetah.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, letter L said, I just Googled her. You can set your drink on Miss Titty City.
Oh my God.
That is a fact. Yo, wait, speaking of which, not the titties, but the drink. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, you got the drink? So guys, be careful. We are not responsible for any titty city Googling. It's just kind of like when I was a kid and if you went to whitehouse.com, I was trying to do like a project. I remember my mom and dad in the room. I was like, yeah, we're doing it on legislation, whitehouse.com. And it was not, it was not, it was not the one that I thought. I'm over here. You ever like accidentally pull up something, you try to exit so fast? I'm like, no.
I'm not looking up. Yo, by the way, why is strip club food so good?
They even had vegan options.
Are you serious, bro?
They did. That's what that one time they got me. I was like, oh, okay, y'all got me.
Yeah, strip club food, especially the wings. All strip clubs got the best wings. What? How? How so? How, Sway?
I think it's like an Atlanta thing. I don't think it's like that everywhere else, is it?
I don't know. To be honest with you, New York strip clubs are trash. By the way, I just wanted to throw that out there. New York strip clubs are trash.
And LA, big trash.
And
big
LA.
Trash.
Yeah, even though I learned a lot in Sue's Rendezvous in Mount Vernon back in the day, back in my younger, learning how to navigate these streets days. Shout out to Sue's, but yeah, New York City strip clubs, or New York strip clubs in general, are just very bad.
Yeah. See, everybody said they was about to say no drink.
Dog. So I'm not gonna lie, I have a lovely bartending staff of one who was not here at the beginning of the show, but I have a drink drop off on the other side of the studio, and I went over there to look for it, and there's no drink there.
No drink.
I'm sad. I'm very sad, bro.
I'm going light because I'm actually about to go cycling right after.
No, biking while drunk.
Yeah, something about cycling on the trail while drunk. It's probably not the smartest thing.
Yeah,
it does sound kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, and then it's these like humongous cliffs that you could fall off. So I was like, you know what? Let me take it easy. Let me not go crazy today.
Yeah, don't do that. Flux says he's on the way home now, pouring a glass of red to celebrate something special. Go ahead, you big pimp. Go ahead, you big pimp. So is Magic City open? Magic City is always open, bro.
Bro, if it's in Atlanta, it's probably open right now. It ain't no such thing.
Atlanta's
as
regular as hell right now.
Bro, they don't care, bro. Me and Oracle like the only two people still quarantining and not doing stuff. Everybody else is out, bro.
Slim, people keep inviting me to shit.
Oh, bro,
how? Ain't you in the
release
house?
parties, studio sessions? I'm like, bro, I'm cool, man.
Yeah, it's been a lot of album release parties I've been invited to. But yeah, Atlanta's regular as hell. That's probably why we got the most COVID cases in the country right now. But yeah, everything is open. It's not a half day here or anything. No, we good.
Atlanta is like, okay, we're opening back up, and we're also going to put a pool in the middle of the club, so everybody's right on top of each other in the water,
doubling down on the viciousness.
Yeah, it's like we're going to double down on the Rona.
Dog, a pool party in the club at the height of the pandemic.
Yeah,
only in Atlanta, bro. Only in Atlanta. Yeah, Letter L said Magic City's on and popping. Don't go, but it's by the photo studio. That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
Weren't they doing like a drive-through? Like you could they would be outside and you could drive through.
I did see that. They did that at a car wash out here too. They turned like the car wash. They had strippers outside at the car wash.
Innovation, man.
I'm not mad.
Like 2020, if you're not innovating 2020, this is gonna change. You know what I mean? You gotta adapt with this kind of thing.
Hey man, the line was around the corner. I don't know what they was really doing in them cars, but the line was around the corner.
Throwing water balloons at the car.
They seem like I'm about to get my car cleaned anyway. But all right, we got less than a minute. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. We're gonna come back on the next segment and potentially answer some questions, or we might just talk about the Nas album some more. Who knows? But listen, it's
been trapping 5.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you haven't, hit up theproducerkit.com or soundoracle.net. Get the Ben Trappin' 5 joint. It's the ultimate trap kit. I'm actually gonna be using these sounds for quite some time, bro. Like, the rest of my sounds, they can take a little break.
This is the new.
Yeah, that's a fact. So listen, man, we're gonna be back in the second half. YouTube, stick with us. Instagram, we'll be right back.
Yeah. BRB.
All right, and we are out. And
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
I didn't even pull up the YouTube feed on my computer. I need to do that.
Yeah, YouTube. They've been here. We've been popping over here on the tubers.
They in the building?
They in the building. Got Young Elevate. He said, about to say y'all not sipping today. You already know, man.
Man, bro, I thought I was going to be sipping, but it didn't happen.
Like we've drunk so much Jameson that it's like, even if we not sipping,
got a reserve.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I haven't had Jameson since the last time I was at your crib.
Me either, bro.
I have not touched Jameson. It just doesn't feel right, man. If it ain't the pod, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I ain't seen a Jameson day since our last show, our last live joint. Man. All right, we are back for the second half. Shout out to everybody that's in here. So we had a good question, and this question hold on,
bro. We got Young Bangladesh Productions in the
building. Come on, man.
Goat, man. We gotta give my man his roses, bro. While he in here, man.
Bro, I don't have enough air horns, so I'm gonna keep mashing them off. Shout out to Bangladesh in the building.
Iconic producer.
All the hits that he's done.
Change the game,
bro. Way too many hits to name. Some of the most fantasy, not gonna lie, fantasy was the shit. A Millie, those are like two of the big ones, but my man's responsible for a million hits. And I had a chance to chop it up with him, just like through the DMs recently over the last couple of weeks. Great guy, bro.
Oh yeah, super
great
cool,
guy,
man. And to me, one of the best 808s ever. One of the best 808s ever, and how the programming, like the programming of 808s, I feel like he changed the game of how like people start thinking about 808s. So
that's a fact. And I think I even mentioned this to him. When people mention the pioneers of 808s, his name does not come up as much as it should. Like he was a pioneer of how the 808s are currently used today, and not only the technique of the 808, the type of 808 that he was using was, it's just way ahead of his time, man. So, yeah, big legend, big things going on, big legend in the building. Yeah, man.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Letter L I seen this on his Instagram. I was scrolling through the stories, and he says, and I'm paraphrasing, but would you give up your hairline for a major placement? And the results I was blown away, because my first thought is, bro, I need my damn hairline, bro. Like, I'm not about to be out here looking like Alex Caruso. I could get it. If you're saying you're going to give me a placement versus that, I'd rather just work and grind to get the placement. It's other ways to get the placement besides, dog, it was like 90%. I'd give up my hairline for a placement.
Yo, first of all, super creative ass question. And nah, you tripping. You want that placement really bad. You could just work for it, right?
Yeah, you could just email.
However, on the flip side, the hairline probably gonna go anyway one day. But they don't have to be today.
My thought was like, yo, you pulling up the session with the George Jefferson. You know what I mean? It's gonna be ugly. If you got that Stephen A. Smith back here at the studio sessions, you about to get clowned. They is not about to take you serious.
Yo, yeah, that's a stupid as in funny ass question, bro.
He said Smitty Boy started it. That seems like a Smitty Boy.
Definitely. Shout out to Smitty.
I can see that happening.
Come on, man. That's crazy. But the answer should be no for everyone. Bruh, you can just work hard to get the placement.
Beats Music makes a good point. He says most of those answers were from bald heads already. If I was already bald, then it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like, damn, you gave your shit up for free. You gave your shit up for free.
Take that, genetics.
Wait, we had a good question. Someone says, I am trying to filter out the high end of a sample, but when I use a low pass filter, I lose the guts and the feel of the sample. What can I do? This is exactly what you could do. Instead of putting a high cut filter on it, get something to lower the sample rate. The best thing that I have to do this is Decimort. Decimort is a plugin by D16. It's kind of a
Shit.
emulator of sorts. But anyway, they have a big knob in the middle, which is a sample rate knob. And what you could do is you could turn that down. They have a button called Images Filter. Make sure you click that, or else you're going to get a crazy ringing. But once you click the Images Filter, it makes everything smooth, and you can lower that sample rate, and it sounds just like you're filtering it. But what you're doing is you're just cutting out certain frequencies, so they never get sampled anyway. So you find that you maintain a lot of the guts of the sample, and you maintain a lot of the harmonics of the sample. So that is the best way to do that, man. Just get you something to lower the sample rate. Hopefully they have a filter on it so you don't get that nasty ringing. And I also believe that's the technique that 40 was known for using.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
everybody thought it was just he was filtering.
Nope,
It's like,
sample
nah, there ain't
rate,
no
bro.
filter, shawty.
Yeah. You get a much better sound than if you just use a high cut filter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All the time. I'm a fan of that, and Decimort is my tool of choice when it comes to that.
Big facts.
Yes, sir.
It was a question. It was in the last segment, so I'm paraphrasing. I just remembered it was one of those. It was like, oh, we need to answer this. I believe it was Smoking Aces. If I'm wrong, please forgive me. He was saying that how are we holding up and like staying productive and positive in these times with, you know, being in the house and all this Rona and stuff. So what is your answer?
My answer is just talking to people like you, talking to people like Realistic, you know, just talking to the squad, kind of making some goals, making some plans about the rest of the year, and not living so much in my head and being isolated. Even though we're living in an isolated time, now is the time really to reach out to people more than ever. And now is also the time to do as much planning as possible. You know what I mean? So
That's right.
yeah, just interacting with people. I've been talking to family more. You know, it's been a lot, and it's crazy that it takes people to be isolated and for you to stay out of the streets for you to realize the people you connect with more, or just organically end up talking to more. So that's it, man. Just having people around me and laughing a lot.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the productivity part. I've been slacking on that one. But I mean, I've been just trying to do different stuff. I've been getting into like, you know, new hobbies and new activities to kind of keep my mind fresh. And I feel like that's been helping because, I mean, I feel like I talk about it all the time, but I've been really cycling a lot. And I feel like that's like me having to learn something else and getting out and doing something different. When I am coming back to like making music, it's like, all right, cool. I got a fresh mind, new perspective on stuff. I had time to sit and listen to music and think and just isolate and do that one thing. So that's really been helping me. It's like, I feel like I've been cooking up better when I could go off and just be kind of in a new environment, listen to music, study, and be like, oh, I didn't notice that this person was doing this with the drums. And then I learned something new and then I come back. And so that's been helping a lot. And, you know, just trying to stay sane, man, taking breaks off social media.
Yeah,
that's a
gotta
big thing.
do that.
Because it's
Gotta
a lot.
do that.
There's a lot going on.
I didn't really hit social media until yesterday for this whole week, bro. Like, I mean, this is how we connect with you all, and this is how we run our businesses, and you know, all that type of stuff. But hey, listen, you gotta stay off this shit. You can't be on this thing 24 hours a day.
That shit will stress you out.
Yeah, you'll start to feel weird. You'll start to act weird. It's not good. You got to take a break. Break yourself before you break yourself.
Oh, we got Young Beats Music gave a gem. He says that Decimort is on Splice now.
Oh shit!
Is it? Is it a rent to own? Some rent to owns be clutch. I ain't gonna front because sometimes I don't be wanting to pay. I don't want to pay no $300, $400 for a plugin. I'm like, look, let me just give y'all this little money. I'm paying for Splice anyway. You might as well.
Yeah. Someone just says, I appreciate y'all show. Thanks for leaving that, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Let's see. Someone says, have you ever lost all of or some of your data /music/beats? I just experienced that. My backup wasn't set up like it should have been. Listen, bro, I have been there. I had a studio and someone broke into the studio and pretty much stole everything. That included gear, that included my disc and beats and all of that shit. Yeah, It's tough, man. It's tough. But the bounce back is always great. Now, I will say this about backups. Your backup went down, and that's a bad thing. Fortunately, your stuff didn't get broken into. But that is why I say when it comes to backing things up, use a cloud-based backup. You can still use your disk, your hard drive backups like you normally do, but use a cloud-based backup. I use Dropbox. I said it before, like my whole Ableton library and beats and the things that I hold near and dear to my heart or that are essential to my business, I keep in Dropbox for the reason I mentioned. And also I have more than one setup. And if both computers have Dropbox on them and both of your DAW libraries point to that Dropbox folder, anything you put into that folder from one computer will go and show up on the other computer. So that basically means at any time I'm working on one computer, whatever I'm doing and saving, I can automatically pull up on the other joint. So listen, man. And also if your stuff gets stolen, your backups will get stolen with it. So
That's
physical backups are just one line of defense. I argue they may be the weakest line of defense because they have mechanical parts. They can stop going. Just a ton of things can happen. So cloud-based backups, use them. Worth the money.
Bro, as someone who was hard-headed with my backups, and you, Oracle, you saw me go through it. It's been times where I was hard-headed and I wasn't backing up like I was supposed to. I wasn't, like regular with it. And I remember one time, and of course it was like this is when I was in the studio, super crazy. My hard drive went out while I was working on something for a movie, actually. It was a big movie. I remember that day. I was at Tree Sounds, bro. And I had to turn it in that next day. My hard drive goes out, right? And this is maybe 3 or 4 in the morning. So, and Tree Sounds is far away. The studio is hella far from the main city of Atlanta.
Peachtree Industrial, bro.
And then, so I didn't have some of the stuff backed up. So it was like a whole ordeal. And then I ended up missing like 3 or 4 months worth of beats. And then I ended up getting a placement from one of those records. And I had to go back and remake that beat and it's never the same. Like when you try to go back and remake it, it's never the same, bro. So, and that was one time. It happened to me a couple times where I was just hard-headed. So now, bro, I got reminders set in my phone every week to plug in and just back up. You know what I mean? If I'm just sitting around the house, I just plug in. And then I've been using the cloud more. Before I wasn't a cloud guy, but Oracle's definitely convinced me to, be more in the cloud. So please, guys, if you're going to do it, man, you never know when these ideas are going to come through. You might need some. You might get a placement. Bro, I've gotten a lot of placements, and it's been 2-3 years after I've made the beat.
Always, bro. So
please keep the files, man. Keep up with everything. Make sure you're saving everything together, and you know what I mean? You're take the extra time to save correctly so you don't have to worry about that in the long run.
Yeah, that's a fact. You know who really taught me that whole game? Not really the game, but Polo was the king of hitting me for a beat that I made like 6 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Like yo, he just send a snippet. Yo, what's up with this beat? Where this beat at? And I'm like, dog, that beat I done been through like 4 computers since then. But that really hit me to the cloud game. And like I said, all my stuff got stolen. And that was before I even came to Atlanta. Dropbox was not popping, but as soon as Dropbox became like a big thing, I was on it. I've been paying for Dropbox for years, bro. And I do not regret it. Yeah, I don't regret it at all. I pay either $9 or $10, and I've been paying them for forever, bro. I will continue to pay them forever just for my peace of mind.
No, that's real. Beast Music said, here's a Dropbox question. Can you put Dropbox folders in multiple areas and multiple hard drives? I have a cloud Dropbox folder located on my external. If that crashed, am I screwed?
Yeah. Well, no, you're not screwed because you can still get a new hard drive, log into Dropbox, and download all your stuff again.
Back.
See, that's the thing. So even if your Dropbox folder is on the external, if that external goes, you still good. That's the beauty of cloud-based storage. But no, you can't have more than one Dropbox folder in more than one location on one computer. If someone knows otherwise, let me know, but I'm pretty sure you can only have one Dropbox folder per computer or per device.
Sense. Yeah, I feel like it would make some syncing errors where you had to really.
Yeah, I wish you could, though. I really wish you could, because my new the new computer I got, it has 2 hard drives on it, and I would like to put a Dropbox photo on each of the hard drives, but it's pretty much impossible.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this question because it's more related to what we're talking about, and then I get to the other ones. Really appreciate the podcast. What is the process of moving all of your software to a new computer? Is it simple as re-downloading the programs?
Yeah. There's a lot of Mac people out here that are gonna a lot of Mac people will tell me about, different programs and things, because when I was getting a new computer, I was like, I gotta reinstall all these plugins and stuff. They're like, oh, just basically clone it. I don't know. I think Mac has something for that. I don't know what the PC equivalent is, and it's built in to the Macs, I believe. I don't know what the PC equivalent is for that. So I literally reinstall everything. Just reinstall everything anytime I get a new computer. It sucks, but it takes less time over the years every time I have to reinstall, because with experience and with being tired and knowing how tedious that process is, you tend to install less stuff. You know what I mean? It's going to be some things on your previous computer that you're like, I never use that. I don't even like that. And you're not going to install them. And then you end up with a leaner, better system. So I'm thankful for the fact that I don't just carry over excess baggage from computer to computer, but it is sucky that I have to reinstall everything.
Yeah, with Mac, you can just copy, but like you were saying, it is a bonus of being able to like spring clean your plugins. It's where I got so much stuff. I'm like, bro, I ain't open this joint. I ain't open this joint up in forever, dog. Like, why is it still on here?
Yeah, bro. My first computer with a lot of plugins on it, 752 plugins. I will never forget that.
Good Lord.
And I had to build a couple Nikos for Polo, and pay a few for 10. 752 plugins, bro. Every time. Never again.
He says, are you talking about Time Machine backups on the Mac? Yeah, that's the native one, and you could use that. And I feel like I've used that for the most part. And then I'm trying to think what the other program was. It was a program, third party one you could use to do the same thing.
I think Norton had a joint called Ghost. It was something called Ghost that I used to use back in the day.
Let's see. Elevate says you can clone PC drives, including programs being installed. Okay, so you can.
You can. I think it's all third party. Ghost was the best thing I've used, but I haven't used that since probably 2010, something like that, 2011. Yep. Here's a cool question. How do you develop a cult following? Ooh. That's a loaded question, but at the risk of sounding like a broken record, consistency. I'd say time and time again, whatever it is that you do, that you feel like you do well, just keep doing it and keep showing people. And I always say, the people that really rock with what you're doing, they're going to gravitate to you, and they're going to start to form a community around you. But in the beginning, more so than any part of this, is going to be the most difficult, because it feels like you're doing a lot of stuff in vain and that nobody's paying attention. But people are paying attention, and it's not easy per se. So you literally get one person at a time, and it's going to take a while. And I think where a lot of people fail is in the consistency, man. Like you just gotta keep cranking it out. And I know it's not a sexy answer. It's not a blow your following up quick answer. But that's really the way it is. And you could also go the influencer route, having people that have audiences and leveraging their audience to kind of get with your audience by collaborating with them. But that goes back to what we say again, and also at the risk of sounding like a broken record, developing relationships.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, you got to really do it. So consistency and relationships, that's really my main 2 answers.
And I say, man, make sure you like showing your personality. Like the difference between you and the next person is your personality, who you are. And people like people. Like it's certain people that I watch for like gaming, and it's not that they play the game better than other people. It's that I like their personality. I think they're funny. I enjoy something about it. So it's like I keep watching. And so if you want like a cult like following, I feel like you got to kind of figure out what it is that people kind of gravitate. Like, I feel like people like us, because we're both like, me and Oracle both have the same kind of sense of humor. We're both kind of sarcastic a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, we have, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, but I think people enjoy that kind of humor. Like, they don't hear people talking about tech and production and being sarcastic like that. So I feel like us knowing that, we can lean into that, and that works towards our advantage of like, all right, cool, we're going to keep being sarcastic and keep making these funny jokes, this like kind of next level, you know what I mean? So once you figure out those couple things that work, I'll say double down on that, and, you know, just consistency, man. Don't be afraid to be on camera. Don't be afraid to, like, you know, be out there, which is something that I talk about, I struggle with. I feel like, Oracle, you struggle with it at the beginning.
Yes. Still,
we
to this day.
We like 3-4 years now and doing this podcast. So it's like, bro, now I'm like, all right, cut on the camera, do this. All right, cool, let's go.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Great advice, bro. Great advice.
Let's see. Oh, you got a question? If not,
yeah, I got one. This is a good question here. How did you feel when you got your first royalty check?
Ooh.
Man, personally, I felt like an invincible fool. That's what I was. I just felt invincible at the time. I realized, looking back, I was an invincible fool, because maybe some people can relate to this feeling. You know, I was younger. It wasn't a whole lot of advice coming my way. It wasn't a whole lot of advice out there. So, you know, you figure you work hard, you got your skills, you got your break, then boom, you get a placement and you get that first royalty check. Bro, in your mind, you're so good. Another one is right around the corner, because all I got to do is do the same thing. But you probably don't even know what you did to get the first one a lot of times. Exactly. It just kind of happened from a culmination of things that you've done over time. But you just feel like, I've arrived, I've made it. And now I'm just in the fucking royalty check club.
Right.
No, bro. So, yeah, to answer your question, I felt invincible. But looking back, I was an invincible fool. When you get that first placement, first of all, if you can, stack that paper or invest it into something that's going to make you more money, or use that placement for leverage to try to get more placements. Because that's another thing that I did not do. Social media wasn't like popping like it was, but I could have hit the streets and I could have went around like, yo, I just got this placement with this person. Check out this song. What you got cooking? But I didn't. You know why? I was too busy in the mall buying nice ass clothes and shit and running through my money. And that royalty check that was supposed to be right around the corner, that was a long corner, bro.
Bro, my first royalty check, my first thought was, why did this take so long to get it? And then I thought I was the shit. And then I went through that money so quick. Because what people don't tell you a lot of times is, a lot of times you get an advance, right? The advance is just a fee, like a service fee. Like, all right, you did this. Royalties, it takes a while. Like, I know it's a little quicker now, but I know at one point it was like every 6 months you would get checks. I think that was the difference between ASCAP and BMI, is the payout time at one point. And then I think now they're all
more frequent. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think now they're kind of all on the same, but you got domestic, you got international, they all happen at different times. So it could take a while. So, just make sure you're being smart. And I think that's why having other businesses and doing other stuff, it plays a good part. So you're not like stressing about like, oh, I need this check. You know what I mean? Now it's like, when I get a check, it's like, oh man.
Yeah, like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That money's in the bank and it's going to stay there.
Yeah. And you brought up a good point. I have a rule that anytime, oh shit, hold on. Sorry. Somebody just called me.
The bag.
They don't know it's Friday. But I have a rule that anytime I get a check from music, that I have to buy a plug-in, a piece of equipment, a plane ticket. It has to go back into it. Yeah. So, anytime I get a placement, all right, I'm going to LA for 2 weeks to work. I'm buying these plugins every time. And I haven't stopped since. Bro, that's how I met Oracle. Yep. I got a check. I was like, yo, I am buying sounds. And I didn't buy like a little sounds. I bought a lot of sounds. I cashed out. Yeah,
Trizza came in with the 4-figure. He came in with immediately before we ever met in person. He did drop a 4-figure payday on me.
Mm-hmm. I paid my manager, my lawyer, and then I came straight to Oracle. Was like, yo, I got a check for you. Please give me sounds.
Yeah. And shout out to you, because I'm pretty sure once you asked Jay was probably like, yo, it's not going to be cheap.
Oh yeah,
And Trizza was like, don't matter. Let's go.
I'm cool.
Yeah,
Because I knew what I was going to get
no
from
problem.
it. Yeah, and I knew what I was going to get from it. I knew I was going to sound different. I knew I'd have a bunch of new ideas, coming from. So I was like, all right, cool. This is worth the investment. You know what I mean? I'm in the studio every day. I'm going to get hella stuff. And I made that probably back tenfold, you know what I mean? Of just selling beats. So, it's the same thing with like Facebook, and you got to be able to not be scared to invest.
Yes.
You got to put a little money in there to get it out.
Have a fund if you can. I have a music production fund. So anytime I get a royalty check, I'll put some of that money into a fund, and that fund goes towards things like today. I woke up, one of my monitors is completely dead. I just bought a new set of monitors immediately from that fund. Just various pieces of equipment that I may need or that I may want. I got the little pot set aside for that. So, but whatever you do, when you get your first royalty check, do not run the check up.
Yeah,
do not do that.
Right.
Yeah, please. Save it or be smart with it.
I don't know who told me this, but they would like take their advances and they would just pay up their bills for like months at a time. And I thought it was so genius. Like, I forgot who it was. They got like a pub deal and they just paid for a year. They just paid their rent, phone bill, and electric bill for like a year. Yep. So it's like, you got a year to figure it out from there. So it's not the most glamorous. It's not the fun thing to do. But you got a year that you could focus on what you need to focus on without stressing about.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get kicked out and stuff ain't gonna get turned off.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good advice, bro. That's definitely good advice.
Young DJ 912, what up, bro? He says, prepping to sell a product. Should I get a Shopify store or use BeatStars like I'm doing with my beats? One, I guess it would depend on the product.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's beats.
What could be? Is it beats? Yeah. Or is it like a sound pack? Like, what is it? Because that would determine a lot. Because
those are gonna be two different answers.
I'm not as familiar with BeatStars as a selling platform because I've never really used it. So I feel like my answer is gonna be kind of biased, but a big part of it is what are you selling? So let us know, and then we'll come back and answer that.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'll, real quick on that subject, even without knowing what you're selling, shout out to BeatStars. If you can do both, I would say do both, because these platforms will help you out and you can get money off of you. Everybody knows the benefits of a BeatStars and whatnot. But I always feel you should have your own real estate on the internet. You should have a spot on the internet that is yours. It is your domain. The whole internetual world around you can collapse and you still have a place to call your own. And most importantly, you have a place to send potential customers and other people to. Also, you get to collect customer information, and that is very important. Data is the new currency for those who don't know. So keep that in mind.
Okay, so he says it's a MIDI pack and then type beat art. So I think with that, like Oracle said, you could do both. I mean, and for the exact same reasons. I mean, BeatStars is great because my understanding is like Amazon. It's traffic going to, you could not promote and still, I mean, you would ideally want to promote as much as possible, but it's still traffic within that ecosphere. You know what I mean? So you could make something out of that. But the idea of like having your own is like incredible. Yeah. And I would say ClickFunnels is an option too, but ClickFunnels, one, you got to kind of know some stuff. And then two, it ain't the cheapest. Yeah, it ain't the cheapest. So me and Olga, bro, how many months you think we had ClickFunnels and we were losing money because we didn't know what the hell we were doing?
Oh my God. At least 6 months for me.
Yeah. Each.
At least. Yeah. Yeah. So with the basic plan of ClickFunnels, a wasted 6 months is a wasted $600.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to let you know how that works.
And Shopify is really easy. Like the digital download stuff is really easy. They have apps to do all that stuff. But I've been on Shopify 10 years now.
Yes.
I have one of the oldest Shopify stores. No bull. One of, not the producer kit, but another business I have is one of the oldest Shopify stores that they have that's still running. And it's great. I recommend them. Super easy to set up. You don't
Cost
really have to
effective.
know, cost effective. You don't really have to know a lot about web design to get a good looking store, and then you can run it off your phone. So I would do that.
Yeah. Shout out to Shopify, man. Here's a good question: how important is a logo for an artist or producer? I think a logo is really important. It's cool to have some type of visual representation that is not your face, because sometimes you'll need visual representation somewhere because a whole bunch of words won't do, or it may not be a word thing, and it may not be conducive to a place where you would put your face. So just having a logo that can be easily recognized or just be put into a condensed space is always going to be important. And it's branding. Your brand, you know, you should have a logo. You should have, I believe, a logo. You should probably have a tagline, you know, just the typical branding things. But I think a logo is very important because you don't want to keep taking pictures forever. And also, you might want to be 100 years old one time and not want to keep showing your face on everything. A logo is very good. Yeah.
And I feel like people take you serious. It's like it's like saying, if I start a business, do I have to have a logo? Like, of course, you need a logo. You need all of this branding stuff because people aren't going to take you serious if you don't. And I feel like the same thing with you being producers. We're artists at the same time. So we need EPKs. We need, you know, logos, like colors, like brand direction, like all that stuff you want to figure out, because then it makes it easy to do all this other stuff.
Exactly. And for those that don't know, EPK is an electronic press kit. Yeah. So you definitely want to have that. Also, the importance, another thing is important, I think is overlooked. Get your own domain. So you get a website, but then your email is what I mean. Because, you know, Gmail is cool, but you get taken a little more seriously when the end of your email is your business or your domain. It's pretty easy to set up. You can look at, what was it, Gmail Suite?
Yeah, the Google Business Suite, right?
$5 a month, I believe. I pay for that. Yeah, to get soundoracle.net at the end of my emails. And also you can have different alias emails as well. So they can all run to one joint, but you can have various email addresses as aliases, and it really works. It works, you know, if you have staff or an assistant, like I have an assistant, and she has her own email address for soundoracle.net, but essentially it's going to run to my joint. So, you know, yeah, man,
yeah, definitely good. And you don't have to spend a lot on logos. Like, as someone who was a graphic designer at one point in my life and and doing logos, like, you don't have to spend a lot. I mean, just get started, get something that's clean, get something that looks good, small, and it looks good in one color. That's the keys. That's what I'll tell you. If it looks good, small, and it looks good in one color, you got something. But how people mess up is they try to get these logos with all these colors, and it's all these like little pieces in there. And then when you shrink it down, it looks terrible. And then it's like, all right, you know, it looks good big if it's blown up, but if it's small, it looks terrible. So if you could get nail those couple things, you in there.
That's a fact. Good advice. Good advice. We have another question here. How do I build 808s from scratch? The easiest way, the easiest toolkit I can suggest, get you a sine wave or something that generates sine waves, which a lot of things do. I'll give some suggestions in a minute. A distortion plugin or saturator plugin, maybe some compression and some EQ. Just the basic, everything that you would put in the basic toolkit, minus reverb, of course, and a sine wave. For me, one thing that's been clutch for me creating 808s for probably at least 8 years now has been Operator. And it's it's a stock Ableton plugin. And it's so fun to create 808s in Operator. It takes a little bit of getting used to. You kind of got to, you know, tutorial your way through it. But once you learn how to do it, man, it's a game changer. Because then you can make kicks, you can make snares. It's a ton of stuff that you can make organically, just using things like Operator, using things like white noise, you know, and combining them with other things. But once you learn the basics, oh man, sky's the limit. Now it's like cooking. Like, you know how to make a basic dish, and now you can put your twist on it. Like, you can throw in a little oregano, throw in whatever. Old Bay, put it on your chips. But definitely, man, a sine wave, some good distortion, some EQ. You might want to maybe use a kick as the attack on the 808 and then have it blend into the 808. It's a ton of things that you could do, but it all starts with a sine wave.
I use Massive. I don't know why I still use Massive because like Serum, I'm sure Serum does the exact same thing. But for some reason, when I'm thinking about making 808s, it's like, all right, let me use Massive. I think that's because what I learned on. So it's just like, have they updated Massive? I haven't heard nobody talk about
Massive X. Remember? They came out with Massive X
they did.
however many months ago. It might have been the end of last year or something like that they came out with it. I was looking at it.
About it.
Me either. I was looking at it, but Massive is dope, bro.
I used to be, bruh. I still use it to this day.
Yeah, Massive is dope, man. Shout out to them.
Young Beats by J Black. What up, bro?
There he is. The 13 fingers of death.
It's so funny. My cousin hit me. He's like, "Yo, I think this your homie. Whatever he doing, I want to learn this." I was like, "Yo, he teaches that. He got a class for it. So let me try to link y'all together." So I'm getting him right. I'm gonna let him buy the equipment and all that. And when he's serious, I'm gonna link him and get him to take the class.
That's a fact. J Black also gets the Most Improved Studio of the Year award.
Oh, bro. My dog went from a home studio to I'm about to charge you $150 an hour.
That's a fact. J Black Studio is the chick that didn't look that great last year, and then you took summer break and you came back to school. She came back looking real good. That's J Black Studio. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. Shout out to J Black, man. For sure.
Shout out to Young Trizzy too. Trizzy been going crazy with Ben Trappin' 5, man.
Bruh, the Trizzy track videos for Ben Trappin' 5 are fire, man.
He's been going crazy. And I rock with Trizzy because he will send you, he'll put it up and then he'll send us the high quality full length clip.
Yes.
At the same
full
time,
body render.
I'm like, oh, that's an influencer right there. He know what he doing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He got the clip machine loaded, ready to go.
Yeah, now shout out to them. Them boys is going crazy.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. The 13 finger aliens, man. That's what they are.
Elevate says, aka steroid fingers. That is facts.
Steroid fingers. Yo, we've been getting we get a lot of questions, but a lot of people just wrote in to tell us that they enjoy the show and that the show is awesome. So man, thank y'all, man.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
I'm
glad.
For sure.
Make you feel good, man. Because we just be doing this, man. We enjoy coming out, streaming, talking. I just feel like we just be chilling with the homies.
Yeah. Yo, in a moment of true transparency, I will say this is very therapeutic to come on here every Friday, talk to y'all, talk to my man. I know we're gonna have some good times and we're gonna laugh. But prior to the show, every week, I'm like, damn, it's Friday already.
Oh, they be coming up quick.
They come around fast. But once we get on air, I feel good. Like after the show every Friday, I'm great. My Friday nights are awesome because I feel so good after the show. So, man, shout out to y'all, man, for sure.
Oh, this is a good question. Yeah, I wanted to get all the tech stuff out of the way before we got to this one. Mm-hmm. Since you were all from the DMV, what is your theory on why go-go music never made it big in the U.S.?
You really want to go there? You really want to talk about this shit? Now, honestly, I don't have an answer for it. I've asked that question plenty of times myself. And even being from the area and knowing, like, my brother-in-law was in an iconic go-go band. So I should probably hit him up and ask him. But my thing is, it's just a regional sound. It seems like the originators of go-go, one of the greatest music genres in the world, wanted to keep it regional. Because think about how many times go-go actually left the DMV and put itself into other music. I mean, we could go I'm going way back on you. Hitman Howie T from New York, producer, somehow came down to DC or somehow was involved with that scene, and he learned a lot about go-go and started putting it in his productions. You think about Old Salt and Pepper, Old Kid and Play, just all the older groups that Hitman Howie T produced. Like his whole sound was go-go. Like they would even in the Kid and Play song, they'd say funky go rhythm. You know what I mean? Like they actually acknowledge it. And even after that, the art form still never seemed to come outside of the area. Then you had a few other instances where, go-go kind of reared its head and could have took a more national stage. Think about Jill Scott, Is Love. Super go-go song. Very go-go. But even after that, like go-go just kind of stayed in the DMV. I'm not quite sure why. And I probably need to have a talk with somebody about that. But it frustrates me because I wanted to see go-go be on a bigger scale just because that's where I'm from and I appreciate the music so much and it's such a part of me. But at the same time, it might have hurt go-go. Who knows?
You know what my theory is that, for example, like EDM, right? When the EDM bubble was here, because it's so, I don't want to say simple, but it's a format. To me, go-go is so, in a way, complex. You know what I mean? It's a lot about pocket and groove that not most people, if you're not around that, you're going to be like, bro, what the hell is going on, bro?
Yeah, you're not going to understand.
You know what I mean? Like, I got family that's not from Virginia, and they heard go-go, and they just like, I don't know what's happening. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's one of those things that you have to understand what's going on for it to like really, because you think even about the drums, the swing on the drums is crazy. Like even knowing what drums they're using, like even if you played it for most producers, they won't know what drums those are to replicate that sound.
And congas and yeah.
So I think that plays a part too of why people don't really copy. Because I remember, I have a hard time finding good go-go drums, and I'm from Virginia. You know what I mean? It's like, so I think that the complexity of it kind of makes it, a little different. And I just feel like the DMV, it's sad to say, it's like weird about people try to keep it in, and then when people try to they hated on Wale a lot, and I hated that, like, because he was doing a great job of. Oh,
I just knew go-go was going to take off when Wale.
Oh yeah. When I seen him have a song with Lady Gaga, I'm like, go-go was out of here. We about to, we here.
Yeah. Even some of his earlier songs were remakes of go-go songs, or just incorporated go-go songs that have been popular for decades in the area. But it just didn't seem to pan out. And he didn't go 100% like I'm the go-go rap artist, which I'm happy he did not, because he showed that he was just a good artist across the board. But I thought that go-go was going to kind of take off once he hit.
Yeah, no, that's real. There was an unsung show on Chuck Brown and go-go. Haven't watched it yet, but it's on my to-do list. Oh, I got to check that.
There's a great interview on YouTube from Chuck Brown, RIP Chuck Brown, about how go-go started. It is a very, very interesting take. I know somebody's going to watch it this weekend, so I'm not even going to spoil it. Go check it out if you're so inclined. Check out the Chuck Brown interview, how go-go started.
I just saw this comment. It's going back to the ClickFunnels. Busy said, "You know how hard it is to add a coupon on ClickFunnels, bro. Bro, you gotta have some code knowledge, bro. All that MySpace that helped me out to get through this joint, because it ain't no easy."
I was talking to Realistic about that yesterday.
Bro, it's no hoe.
It's not the ClickFunnels is cool for putting together your funnel visually, aesthetically, but that behind the scenes, just trying to get like certain things set up and products and codes and subscription plans.
Oh God,
it's a task.
To me, Shopify is like, I want to test and figure out what I'm doing, and like I want to be able just to easily add. ClickFunnels is I know what the hell I'm doing and I'm trying to scale up. You know what I mean? So I mean, you can at the beginning like use ClickFunnels. I don't want to deter people from it. It's a good platform, but it is a learning curve. And I feel like I'm good at web design in a way. Like, you know what I mean? I got a lot of experience. One of my best friends does like NBC's web design, and it was a journey. It was a lot. I was like, I'm ready to tap out on this joint.
Yeah, bro. It's not the easiest, man. It's definitely not the easiest.
But well worth it though. Once you get it, it's well worth it.
Yeah. I forgot to mention real quick. It's not really a topic or a question. Busta Rhymes is coming out with an album soon.
Oh,
so yeah.
He's like Missy. It's like, they could drop an album anytime and I'm with it.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And apparently, it was announced by Chris Rock. I don't know what it was on, but I kept hearing about it. So
That's random.
Yeah, yeah. Little promo. Chris Rock. Who else's shit did he do?
Kanye, didn't he? Was it Kanye?
Yep. I think it was Kanye. Yeah. Yeah. So shout out to Chris Rock being down with hip hop since day one. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of interested.
Cool. Someone says, how do you know what songs? Hold on. Let me see it again. Damn, I don't flip through the question. My bad. As you were.
Oh, okay. So here's a question. What do you think about Arcade, by Output, or Captain Chords?
Arcade is super dope. I am not a fan of the subscription method or the subscription thing of it. However, from a business standpoint, I get it. I think it's smart on their part as a business, but as a consumer, and it may just be because subscription things for things like plugins are in their early infant stages. So it may just take a while, something to get used to, but I'm not really a fan of that because it makes me, like I said before, question how much I use it. If I really need it, do I want to keep paying for it if I'm not using it? I don't want to think about these things. I don't want that shit even in my head about, well, how much do I use this? Is it really?
Right.
No, I just want to buy it. Just let me buy it. But Arcade as a company, I totally get it, bro. Like, I get it. And we can move on to Captain Chords in a minute, but did you have anything to say about Arcade?
It's dope. It's funny because we had a phase where we both was like, we gonna cancel it. And then I was like, I went back and I started using it again. And then I'm like, okay, I really like this. I really like it. But
Yeah,
I just hate the subscription thing. And they should have an option where you could buy a lifetime and just charge a little bit more.
yeah, I'm with it. Serato Studio did that, and I thought that was genius.
And what's the 803 Music Group? He said, doesn't it stop working if you stop the subscription? I never stopped it, so I believe so. But if you're not even connected to the internet, it's a wrap. You can't even open it. That was the other thing
That's
that
crazy.
I hated, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, come on, dog. I'm on the plane. I'm trying to make beats. I gotta connect to the random go-go Wi-Fi joint. You know how shaky that joint be. Trying to load up a patch. I'm like, come on, dog.
that joint's like, nah, you gotta wait till we get over Arizona for that pimp.
Yeah, but that's another reason too. If you're gonna cancel, make sure you flatten them joints.
Yeah, you ain't
that
getting
audio
sound,
plays.
Elevate says exactly. I canceled for that reason. Yeah. And I'm mad because I know eventually I'm going to go back and I'm going to get it again, and maybe I'll even cancel it again. And I almost feel like a hypocrite because there may be a time in the future where I will offer some type of subscription. Probably not for a plugin, but maybe for something. So like I said, from a business standpoint, I totally get it. But as a consumer, maybe it's just the fact that it's a plugin. Now, if it was a service, subscription for a service is a little more understandable because that's more like normal. But I'm just not used to this subscription plugin shit. But
Yeah, no, I feel it.
taking nothing from Output or Arcade, it is amazing. It's amazing as a plugin.
Yeah, to me, Output is I'd say one of the best in the plugin designing and sound design kind of space. To me, they're one of my favorites. I feel like they do it well. Everything is designed well. All the sounds are really high quality. Like, I haven't been
Graphics are
disappointed
amazing.
really. Yeah, I don't think I've been disappointed by anything they've made. Everything that they've made and I'm like, oh, I use this a lot.
Yeah. Output is one of, if not the best plugin company out right now. And it's not like they're overlooked or not mentioned enough. People know. And I think it's good that they're getting their credit from everybody. Now, the second half of that question was, what do you think about, is it Captain Chords or Captain Plugins? Which one did they ask about?
I think,
Captain.
we could just bundle them all of them.
Okay.
Captain Picard, Captain Morgan.
Speaking of Captain Morgan, hold on one second. This is not happening today. This is not going to happen.
Thanks, man. Silver boys.
Man, okay. Captain Plugins. I'll be honest with you, bro. In theory, I was super excited. I bought Captain, it comes in a bundle. I bought the bundle ASAP, early. However, even when I'm using it, I feel like I'm doing a lot, but the result is just not it, bro. It's not as usable as it seems. And then you got the captain chords, and then you can load up the captain melody, and they talk to each other. Brilliant. That is awesome. And then you got Captain Deep that provides the bass line, and it talks to captain chords and captain melody. Brilliant. However, the results I get at the end of that, not it, bro. Not
It's
it.
like, for me, it's like you ever watch like MTV and it's like those random background beats that be in the back that sound like kind of like another song, but it's not.
Yeah.
That's what, if I wanted to make a bunch of those, that's what I would use. That's what it like. It just gives me a generic, no soul, no like you can't really freak the MIDI in there. I was mad I bought it, and it's crazy because I saw that they updated or something, and I bought it, and I was going to log in and see if I could use it again, and I can't even find, for some reason I can't get in access to my joint, and I don't even care now. It's just kind of like, bro, this joint is kind of trash. I'm never gonna use this again.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah. I don't know. So I built my own captain chords in Ableton type deal, and it works way better. It gives me way better results. So in theory, man, shout out to them. Good idea, but just to me, it's not usable. And then they came out with Captain Beat. I ain't even try that shit. I'm done.
Oh yeah, I'm cool.
I'm super. I kind of heard. I think you can only use the sounds that come with it. Number one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can only use the drums that come in that joint.
Already terrible.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. And just based off of what I know about the first three plugins, I'm not trusting these people when it comes to patterns or sound selection.
Drum patterns of all things is the one thing you got to put some swag on.
Yeah.
And if they can't get the melodies with some swag on it, like I'm super cool.
Everything I've ever done in Captain Chords came out cardboard flavor. And I wasn't just not a fan, bro. I wish it was better.
No seasoning.
None, bro.
I would recommend Scalar. Scalar's good. Cthulhu is good.
Scalar's way better. Oh my god.
Those, bro, I've been finessing Scalar, bro.
Scalar's shit.
Even if it's just like as simple as I'm being lazy and I want to like know what key I'm in. Like I played something and I have no idea what key I'm in. I just paste that joint in Scalar, detect. Cool, I'm in this, and just kind of use it like that. A lot of times, that's what I use it for.
Yep.
But yeah, it comes in clutch. To me, you'll get a better bang for your buck from those. Who makes Scalar?
Plugin Boutique.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not mad at them too. They do good work.
Yeah. Yep. Shout out to them, and they got rent to own and all that type of stuff too. They make a bunch of dope plugins.
I haven't been on that. I'm shopping for plugins. I'm gonna buy some plugins this weekend. So if y'all guys got some recommendation, preferably stuff to make Ratchet Trap without corny synths and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I need to check out is what's homeboy name, man? He got that plugin. Golly, my best friend Jacob.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man.
I think I'm gonna check that out this weekend. I think I'm gonna get into that. And then what's the other one? Is it Drip? The one
I got that.
I think I might check those out. I was looking at those.
You know what's funny? I meant to talk about Drip on this show probably for the last 2 weeks. I bought that joint at least 2 or 3 weeks ago. Amazing. Amazing plugin. I mean, it does what you want it to do. It does what's advertised. It does what's cool. And it does it easily. And the interface hella fun to look at. So, man, shout out to, I forgot who made it. I want to say Kyle.
I think it was Kyle Beats.
Kyle Beats. Yeah, shout out to Kyle Beats, man. Drip is dope.
Ooh, Oracle, this is a good question for you.
Wait, before you get into it, Larry said, no, you can add your own samples. I guess he meant to Captain Beat. So that's a plus.
Oh, okay.
Still wouldn't use it, but that is definitely a plus.
Did not tell me, but it is a good thing.
Yeah.
Light Flavor says, do you have any tips regarding mastering?
I do. The tip regarding mastering is go to soundoracle.net and click on mixing services, because we have one of the best engineers in the world. His mastering always gets rave reviews, and the turnaround time is super fast, and the prices are awesome. I still don't even know why we charge the prices that we charge, but the price is awesome, and people tend to love it. So hit up soundoracle.net, click on mixing services, and it's a whole menu of all the mixing services we can provide.
And I was gonna say, I mean, if you're feeling DIY, check out Art of Beat Mixing.
You know what? How could I forget? The art of beat mixing. Now, if you just want your beats mixed and mastered and not necessarily your song, the course, the art of beat mixing, also on soundoracle.net. It is clutch for that. And even at the top of the show, it's a couple people in here, thanking us for the art of beat mixing, and you're more than welcome. I'm not gonna lie, I love the course itself as a refresher. The PDFs that come with it are dope, and you get a free exclusive kit that comes baked into the tutorial, like into the course. So once you get the course, the kit's already in there, the cheat sheets are already in there, all that good stuff.
I'm telling you, Realistic is one. He's a good teacher, so he's a really, really good engineer, and he's a good teacher, like at explaining it to where you understand it, even if you don't know. So that's what I always appreciate about him, is like he knows how to like talk to certain, depending on, like he could talk to AJ, who is the most engineer I've ever met.
Shout out to AJ.
And then he could talk to me about stuff and then break it down to where I'm like, oh, I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Realistic is he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Prentice says, forget it, Oracle needs to stop playing and build his own DAW. You know what I'm saying? Let me in. Make a little room for your boy.
Let me in now. Let me in now. Output. I'm the spirit. Let me in.
JDT Beats says, I was definitely thinking about Drip. Check it out. And if you buy it, tell Kyle Beats, tell him who sent you.
Yeah, tell him the squad sent you.
Yeah.
Beats Music says, did we talk about a possible online producer power summit?
Oh, yes. We actually had a question about that I was going to get to. And the question was, first of all, when is the next power summit or virtual power summit? We do not know. The next question was, who is going to be on the panel for the next producer power summit? We do not know. However, we got some people, some people that are just down. Like whenever we do it, they're like, nah, just hit me up and we're there. I don't want to say their names right now to commit them to recommit them to anything. But if you were at the last Power Summit, the majority of that panel is ready to go at any time. We have some superstars on that panel, bro.
Our issue is never the panel. Our issue is, how do we tell people we got too many people on the panel?
Like, wait, we got 1 million people up here on this panel. We had an 18-foot long couch and still had too many people.
Yeah, we had people in the crowd. We had to switch people out.
That's a fact.
I think the biggest thing for us is the format of like, what would be the best for everybody? Would it be like, I've seen some people do an all-day event and they had like one speaker during this time, one speaker during this time. Should we do like a group kind of thing where it's like several speakers at the same time? I think that would be the main thing, but I'm not mad at it. I feel like we could set that up and it would be great, and we could finesse, with the circumstances. I hate that we can't get together, man. I enjoy like getting to meet everybody and like pouring up drinks with everybody and,
Fun, bro. Fun. Because we've had 2 of our own. Mm-hmm. And then we were also at Busy's, a couple of Busy's, and every single time just meeting people, shaking hands and actually talking, having some drinks, eating some food, hanging out in the parking lot hours after it's over. Like, that's the real fun of it. However, the benefit of having a virtual one, the benefit to the attendees is it's going to cost a lot less.
Just
double click and you in there. A lot less.
Yeah.
Yep, and you don't got to put on shoes.
Like me right now.
Oh, me too, bro. Me too. I don't know why I get so excited about being able to do dope stuff with no shoes on, but that's my get down.
Yeah. We'll work on that. I'll start trying to put that together because people keep asking about it. I think that would be a good. And then the time. When should we do it? That would be
yeah. We're open to suggestions too. We're open to. I think I'm just make another form. I'm young form shorty right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna make a form and just send it to the squad and get some suggestions on different things.
Yeah, please fill that out. I post it up too. Please send me that joint.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and throw Busy Works Beats in there because he's in the chat. So
for sure. I'm gonna throw Beats by
You're there.
Jay Black in there because he was in the chat.
Yeah. So sorry guys. You're committed.
Yeah, you're committed now. What you gonna do? And Trezzy, you too. Here's a cool question on Instagram. This is more of a personal question for me. What skill
Before
do
you start, how much time we got?
Oh, good. Look at you, man. On top of the top. Oh shit. All right, so we got 45 seconds.
No, snap.
Damn, man, it was a good question I was going to answer too, but I can't do it in that amount of time. Listen, it's been another episode of Unquantized Podcast. If you haven't already, go to theproducerkit.com or soundoracle.net. Check out Ben Trap at 5. It's the ultimate trap kit. You get it comes in 2 different versions. The deluxe, you got MIDI, you got
stems.
Drums, you got stems, everything that you need to make this a hot producer summer or whatever you want to call it. Man, we got some good questions. I want to answer these. I'll get to them. I guess we can get around to them next week. But other than that, man, it's been Unquantized Podcast, man. Thanks for joining us again, and we are out.
Y'all stay safe.